Hey, Weekend Warriors. Brandon Bryant here with another episode of a Bryant. We're going to try to get on some bass out on Issaqueena Lake today. See, I got my canoe already in there. Does any of you ever wonder how to strap up whenever you don't have all the fancy stuff? Well, here's what we're going to do. If you'll go to any of your local places, look up, they have these T-bars, hook straight into your reach. If you don't have that, you can go get the canoe strap / kayak strap that has rubber pieces that can go on top of your car. What we're going to do now is you can just strap this thing up. They're here. Bring this other piece over with you. You want to make sure that it's up in the back of the truck real good so that you don't have any play. Pull it up about partial way so that when you tighten it down, it tightens down up against your canoe or kayak, whichever you prefer. In this place, I'm gonna cinch. Then you wrap this strap up, your excess, and then loop around here, and this keeps you from tying anything off. Learned this from a guide at Sunrift Adventures. Thank you, Sunrift. Part of your strap here, and then cinch. You're good to go. So now the back's secured. Make sure you have your flag. Gotta have that whenever you're hanging out behind the car or truck, whichever you prefer. Then you can take your last strap here. I just hook it to anchor points on either side of the truck. Again, you want to strap up whenever you go to tighten all this stuff up. Just want to take and make sure it's up on the side of your canoe, because otherwise you're not really doing anything, and as it runs down the road it'll flop and get loose on you. You don't have to untie anything in particular. The last thing I'm going to do, this is just a precaution in case somehow both of those straps were to come loose. Right underneath here, this is our tagline. You can use this, especially when you're out on the water, tying up the boat docks, whatever it is. Just connects back to your main holding portion, wherever you're gonna be holding this boat right here. And then we'll see you back in a minute. Hey guys, like I said earlier, you want to take out your canoe. I like to run the Journey 156 by Mad River. Picked it up out of Sunrift Adventures over here. I think Sunrift's out in TR, down here in South Carolina. It's Traveler's Rest for people who aren't local. But yeah, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take, and you wanna make sure whenever you got your stuff, of course you're gonna have your PFD. I like to run the Astral right here. I like it. It's real breathable. Then I've also got my Plano molded box here, waterproof. This is where I'm gonna put all my stuff at, so I'm not carrying plastic bags. Makes it a lot easier. Then I've got some of my tackle in here. We'll get the rest of the rods in the truck, and then we'll be good to go. We'll catch you back in a minute. All right, we're about to finish up here. We're gonna throw the rest of the stuff in the truck. We're gonna start by looking at the paddles. If you're going out on a canoe, make sure you have at least 2 paddles, even if one is not gonna be exactly for what your application is. Like this, I have the Harmony. This is more of a river paddle. It's the water paddle, if you notice. you're not gonna get much, it's not gonna be too great on open water in a lake. But in a bind, if you were to lose your beaver tail paddle here, you're not stranded. So always make sure you got 2 paddles with you. But we're gonna go ahead and load this stuff up. I'm also running 2 spinning rods and 1 bait caster. And I'm gonna try out the Whopper Plopper today. It's the new 75 version, I believe, and the brim color. Then I'm gonna be throwing, I would say that I'm just promoting it, but I've already caught a couple fish off the new Guggen Squad rod. If you haven't picked one up, they're great. You can check out their channel, my favorite rods. And then I got another one here. It's a little fluger I put on one of the KVD series rods, medium heavy. I'm gonna throw around maybe some lizards or something since it's getting into the pre-spawn spawn. Hopefully these fish will be moved up. The last couple days have been pretty nice. Maybe we can get us a big one today. Catch us a little toad. But we'll go ahead and get these in the truck. If you haven't done so, you might want to get you a, they have new bungee cords. They have these wide strap bungee cords. So what I suggest, personal opinion of course, leave a comment if you like something else. This is just for those that are going out. You're like, hey, what can I use to get out on the water and it not be too terribly cumbersome? What you can do is you can take, now I like my pieces here, and what I'll do is I'll take and I'll move this guy down. Get all my rods. Make sure you do this on the passenger side. There's people that will do this on the driver's side. But all that does is hang your gear out over the edge like this, but on the driver's side. So you might get the tip of your rod ahead if somebody's driving too close. Not that that ever happens, right? But you can take this little strap here, with it being a bungee, but yet the wide bungee, you can take and wrap it around, hook it straight in. Now your gear is secured in the back of your vehicle, and we'll go from there. Last but not least, of course, you got to have your tackle box. Again, like I said, weekend warrior, get you a book bag. I personally prefer Z-Man baits. Got me the Z-Man small series, Z-Man double bait binder. I'm not sponsored by anybody, just like their product, especially being native of South Carolina, where I'm from, just kind of repping. Got some other stuff, got some Guggen baits, got some Senkos, but let's get it all rested, loaded up, and we'll get out to the lake. Hey guys, if you see, kind of an overcast day, we're gonna put in down here. It's a nice little area down here at Issaqueena, but yeah, just stick with me. We'll get it in the water, and we'll see if we can put a pattern together and get a few bites today. All right, guys, we're out here, middle of the lake. Not sure what you can see. Hopefully, it's pretty. You see what I'm seeing? I'm gonna throw a little diesel minnow from Z-Man. A little finesse bullet head. See what we can catch. Should be right out in here where the river run is, so let's see what happens. Throwing a little swim bait. See what we got here, boys. Just a little baby. Good way to start. Notice I worked my way in this little cove. It's a little buoy, but it's a nice way to start the day. Thank you, bud. All right, let's see if we can slow this swim bait down a little bit. Got it up underneath that log over there. Caught one from it. Let's see if it was a bed fish or if it was just a one-off. Hey guys, haven't made an update yet. This is kind of a midday update. Just had one get on, came off back here. This wind will quit blowing me. I can show you these lily pads. Let me get turned around. Saw about 3 or 4 bass right up in here. Pretty excited. This wind is havoc though, I'm gonna let you know. Just wreaking havoc as I'm trying to get on these fish. Again, I'm on Lake Issaqueena. I don't know. So like I was saying, I really like these finesse bullet heads by Z-Man. That's what I've been throwing today. Had a little crawl on. I'll put it back on. Just gotta get it tied up. Wrong bag. Oh, nope, there it is. Let's get another one of these bad mamma jammas. So my pops taught me how to tie line. Just, I believe this is called the uni knot. Nothing special. Twist it up about 8 times. Go through the bottom. Pull her down. Lick it. Pull it tight. Cross the slack. You can use your teeth. If you don't like using your teeth, you can always use a pair of scissors, of course. But you don't always have access to scissors. Hands work just as good, so that's what I use. See, I went in at an angle there. What that allows it to do is that bait, whenever it flips around here, gives it a little meat to sit up against there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come right here, scoop. Oh, a little much. Boom. That right there, with them claws, make sure you break them apart. They can flap. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna make sure the boat's back in position. Let's do it again. See what we can do. Take this bad boy. A little excessive that time, but I'm gonna get back on up underneath there a little bit. Sec. There we go. It's a little better there. over that tire. Back in. But that one's sick because it was a little loud going on the water. One more time. Nope, that's not gonna do it. Ain't no googin, squad. Just a googin. There we go. Got out there a little deeper that time. See if we can let her sit there a second. Snag us one. Check her bait, fix her bait. Some of this crap off of it. Let's get out here and do it again. Jiggle will do. No, there's fish out here. I don't know if that's going to be a producer or not. Hoping so. Alright guys, sorry if it's a little wind blown. And all you see is my PFD. Got some major wind blowing in. Going into it. I'm gonna try right around the bank. And then I'll be calling it a day. Might do a little line dancing tonight. Gotta get home, see my woman. Alright. Y'all keep your lines tight and your hats on straight. Bryant out. Paddling against the wind. Yes, I'm paddling against the wind. All right. is not trying, just merely survives. If you're paddling against the wind, paddling against the wind. See, I'm paddling against the wind. Hope y'all enjoyed that little Kayak. Turn it on, give you a little exit music. Tight lines. Brandon out. Alright, so here's one last look at Issaqueena Lake. I'll be back. Really enjoy it out here. Time to put the canoe back up and call it a day. Ended up catching 2. Had 1 all the way up to the boat and it broke off in the lily pad and then broke off on 1. So 4 good bites today. Call it a day. Head on back to the house and go dancing. Later, guys.